Okay, so it's been a while since we did a soccer episode, so we're gonna do a soccer episode this week, and I'm gonna be out for the next 2 weeks because I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Spain and France, and I don't know, maybe another country. So far, those two places, and I'm going to Spain specifically to obviously watch my beloved club Barcelona. I'm gonna watch 2 games while I'm there, and I think one of the games is gonna be the Atlanta game, the Champions League game, and I'm gonna watch the Alaves, I think Alaves also as well. So it should be pretty fun. But yeah, I want to do one before I get out of here. As it stands right now, La Liga, it looks like it's gone. Real Madrid is not. They don't look like they're actually letting off the pedal at all. Okay. Like I was saying the last time I talked about this, Barcelona was. I mean, I gave out a message. I was saying there's no room. There's no room. This was a period where Real Madrid was still trying to get their players fit, trying to get Kylian Mbappe to really pick up his pace. A lot of mistakes were made. Vinicius was coming in and out. Rodrigo wasn't perfectly fit, and he was still, getting to his form. But it's over, okay? I don't know if you've seen the last game that Madrid played. Kylian Mbappe had his first hat trick, and he basically said, the adapted period, it's over. I mean, you didn't want to hear that. As a Barcelona fan, I didn't want to hear that at all. So really now it looks like, La Liga is pretty much gone. You know what I mean? I just cannot see Real Madrid losing 3 games. Like for the rest of the season, I genuinely cannot. This is a team who I think last season they lost like 1 or 2 games. You know what I mean? And this season, what is it? They're already ahead compared to Barcelona. We're not gonna talk about Atletico Madrid that much, but just from Barcelona perspective, there are 7 points clear. So Madrid has to lose 2 games, and we can't lose any more games from here on out. And they also have to tie a game as well. We need like 3-game advantage to catch up. And I just generally don't think they're in a position where that's going to happen. Like I said, Kylian Mbappe boldly came out and said, "It's over. I'm on it now. No more adaptation time. I'm here now." Okay? So that's just very scary. And right now, second place is Atletico Madrid. Junior Alvarez finally started picking up the pace and scoring goals, and he's becoming that clutch player I was talking about. I mean, this guy is the definition of clutch. If you have him in the game, some way, somehow, he always finds a way to score a goal. He was like that when he was at City as well. So anyway, because of this kid, they're basically in second place right now. But again, all the praise go to them for sure. Saniamoni, and this guy's been here forever. And, I mean, they're always top 3, right? So is there a chance that we could get above them? 100%. We can definitely get above them. I can see Atletico Madrid at least tying a few more games. These guys are, they tie. I'm not even saying they're going to lose some games, but I'll bet they're going to have some tie games. Okay? Again, the rotation they're doing is like what Inter Milan does at Serie A. So I 100% support it. The Griezmann is still great. And their other striker, Alexander, I mean, they have good players. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel that I just cannot see them keeping up the streak going for the whole season. And they're about 3 points ahead of Barcelona, and that doesn't say a lot, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I think that's way too close. You know what I mean? So Barcelona is on 3rd place right now, and Barcelona, their deal is that for some reason, somehow, they just can't get their feet together. Since they beat Mallorca 5-1, they tied against Real Betis, okay, and then they went to the Champions League against Dortmund, won the game, and then they lost to Leganés, okay. And then they lost to Atletico Madrid. And then they went to Copa del Rey and they won that game. Fine. Went to the Spanish Super Cup. They won. Great. And then they went to the final of that Super Cup and they have destroyed Madrid. I mean, that was a master class of a game. Okay? I generally never seen Madrid so defeated. I feel like that was the kickoff start for Madrid's season. To them, I feel like they were like, there's no way we can go lower than this. And really, after this game, I mean, they looked quite sharp. And for some reason, the same thing happened as the last time they played against each other happened. Kylian Mbappe scores the first goal. I mean, the first game it was ruled out, but this game was counted. And you're thinking like, okay, but it seems like whenever they score, it's just a starter for Barcelona. They kind of just wake up and just keep hammering. And this is a game where Barcelona could really. And I mean, this game could have been worse for Real Madrid. We could have a lot more goals. Szczesny was like, you know what? We can't embarrass them that bad. So somehow, some way, he helped them get back. And my problem with him is that, he's such an old style goalkeeper that the new goalkeepers, if you notice, They stand strong. They make their body big. And what this dude does every time, he like dives in. Like, he just dives into the leg. And this happened at least 3 times. He just dived in and he didn't work out. The new style, these new goalkeepers, they all just make their bodies huge. They're forced the strikers to pass their body. They don't go for the ball. You get what I'm saying? So that really helped Madrid. That kind of slowed the game down a little bit. But nevertheless, it never looked like Madrid was ever going to make it. So every time Madrid scored, Barcelona would come back and score it again. You know what I mean? So they won this cup, and it looks like, great, we're back. We're going to go back to La Liga, and we're going to continue this momentum, right? So right after that final, they beat Madrid. They won their first trophy under the new coach. And the next game they were playing in Copa del Rey, and they beat Real Betis 5-0. I mean, Real Betis looked like there's nothing. Just pure dominance. That's what that game was. Pure dominance, right? And then we go to La Liga. All right, you're thinking, we got this. We got to go back to, our old things. No more mistakes. I mean, our form is great, right? They tie 1 against Getafe. They couldn't score the second goal. I mean, they had full control of the whole game. They got a goal early in the game. But after that, they just looked like they had no solution to the compact tactic that Getafe was using. Like, they just couldn't, for some reason, break through that. So the game was a tie. Where, again, another few points being gone. Now they come to Champions League, okay? They're playing against Benfica at their home, all right? And you're thinking, it's fine. It seems like La Liga is the only hard time they're having, but all the other leagues, they seem to be doing fine. And so this game was one of the wildest Champions League games in a while, okay? Like, it was a head scratcher. So right off the bat, I mean, the game was going. It took 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes of this high line. I mean, the high line was absolutely kamikaze. It was a suicidal high line, in my opinion. So that came back to bite us in the butt. And then immediately they get a goal at the 2-minute mark. Okay, so you're thinking like, oh boy, this does not look good at all. Okay, and a few minutes later, at the 30-minute mark, Lewandowski gets a penalty. Okay, you're like, all right, we're coming back. It's going to be all good. And then maybe about 8-10 minutes later, so at this point is 1-1, okay? And it's fine. And then out of nowhere, the mistake of a lifetime over here happens where the communication between Bell and Szczesny just didn't go well, and they clabber against each other, and this guy gets an open goal, okay? Huge mistake. It was just amateur hour, in my opinion. The high line was way too high to where this dude came out so far that if he made any kind of mistake, it was over. And that's basically what happened. Kamikaze out. So anyway, it's 2-1 at this point. And out of nowhere, Szczesny does the same thing I was just telling you, where he would just attack the guy's feet. Instead of just waiting for the guy to come to him and try to pass and make his body bigger, he attacks the feet. Another penalty. So now it's 3. Okay, it's 3-1. And you're thinking like, wow, that's how we're gonna end this game. This is ridiculous. But second half starts, and they start off great. The game is about the same. Barcelona is putting real pressure on them, but they're having a hard time finding that last pass. Nothing is very crisp. But I think the fact that the rain was crazy. The rain really changed the game as well, in my opinion. Okay. So anyways, the game going on for the second half, you have a goalkeeper mistake from the other side. I mean, this was such a weird goal. The ball hits straight Rafinha's head, and it's a goal. So everybody's just like, wait, what? Is that a goal? So it's a goal. Now it's 2-3. Game on, okay? So we're going, and, Araujo comes in. Everything's looking great. And then out of nowhere, we get an own goal by Araujo. Araujo scores an own goal. And this is another one where I feel like it is a goalkeeper mistake. I don't know if the defenders don't trust him, or is the fact that he wasn't communicating with them loud enough. I mean, that was an easy goal to stop, in my opinion. If Araujo would have let it go, Szczesny would have stopped that. Like, he would have grabbed it. And the other one's Koundé. Koundé was having a terrible game. For some reason, this dude could not stop the crosses from coming in every time. But anyway, so at this point, you're thinking the game is over. We're done here. 2-4. There's no way we're coming back. It's over. We're making subs. At this point, you're just like, can we try to get a tie somewhere somehow? You know what I'm saying? And then you get a penalty. You get a penalty, and the penalty was definitely soft. The penalty was 100% soft, but it was a penalty. So we get the penalty, and Lewandowski obviously doesn't miss. 2 penalty for my guy, and he doesn't miss. Okay, the first goal was a penalty, and the third goal was a penalty. So now we're like just 1 goal away. Can we do it? Can we tie this game? And then Pedri, man of the match in my opinion, was just finding ways, constantly putting the balls in a danger spot. It finally worked out. You know, an unlikely person, Eric Garcia, comes out of nowhere and he has the ball in. We're 4-4. And it's going crazy at this point, okay? We're at the 86th minute. Can we do it? Can we really win this game right now? That's what it was at that point. I felt it. I felt it could happen. So the game is going, and then the final minutes, okay? We're at like extra time. And Benfica gets a foul, and they cross the ball in. And there's a debate about if one of their players was fouled, but nobody was waiting for it. Fernando Torres crosses the ball to Rafinha. Rafinha doesn't wait. He has no questions. He goes straight to their goal, cuts the ball back, and strikes the ball so clearly, so beautifully. It's 5-4, and they won. And that, I mean, they didn't even won yet. They had to do a review just to see that if the penalty on the other end was going to be given. And they reviewed it, and luckily the penalty wasn't given. Okay? So they were safe there. So now in the Champions League, we're in the second spot. We only lost 1 game. Okay? So we're good. We're going to last 16. We're bypassing it. And then yesterday we played against Valencia, and my God. In fact, you were thinking like maybe that game was a fluke. You know what I mean? That was just one of those lucky nights or whatever. And Valencia came to Barcelona, and they were shown there's no fluke. It was just pure attack. I mean, there were goals from the beginning. There were so many goals. Okay? I mean, they were scoring goals from the 3rd minute of the game until the 75 minutes. Goals were just being scored. Okay? So we're looking really good. But sadly, I just don't think we'll be able to catch Madrid. Madrid is flying colors right now. And the Champions League is what we got, guys. We got the Champions League, and we got Copa del Rey. That's what I got. If we win, what is it, La Liga? It would be quite a miracle, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll see you.